I like giving myself a little pine tree bath on the way. Oh, it smells so good. All right, that'll help me. The wind's in my favor this evening, so. But anyway, anytime you can grab one of these pine tree branches, give yourself a good scrubbing. All right, well, it's 5 after 5. Just basically getting set up in the tree just a few moments ago. So I'm back down in here again at this bottom where I killed that doe here a few weeks ago, and it's thick and the ground is really dry. It wasn't easy moving through here. The first thing I did was I scouted for my arrow, and it's so thick down here, it's just long gone. I thought I was in the right spot, maybe I wasn't, but I didn't find it. And so then I also went out in front of the stand where this scrape is a little bit later in the year, and it's not there yet, but I did place a trail camera. But it's not there yet. Hopefully we'll get an eye at what buck is coming through the area. I know there's a buck in here somewhere, so anyway, I'm going to get settled in. It is hot. But I'm ready to score another doe. I'm ready to get another one down. But I like to see a buck come through here tonight, so anyway, stay tuned with us. We're losing light really fast. Figured I'd jump on here real quick. Man, this feels like a good evening. If we don't get one here tonight, I got some vacation time coming up. We'll be back in here on an AM hunt. Anyway, we're going to give it here about another 20 minutes. 30 minutes, whatever falls on here. But it just feels like there should have been deer here, but now, like I said, losing light pretty quick, so just stay tuned. All right, folks, so we're back in the tree. It's about 10 after 4. A little bit warmer this afternoon. It's about 60, 62 degrees. The wind's picked up a little bit. But I'm still hopeful, optimistic that these does will come back through here this afternoon. Or what I'm really wanting to see is that drop time buck. So anyway, I'm just gonna hang out, see what happens. So far in the evenings, I've not had a lot of luck here. This morning though, it was happening. I mean, I've seen a lot of deer. I've seen 8 does and 1 buck. So I couldn't get a shot off on any of them. But anyway, we're gonna stick it out and see what happens. So stay tuned with us. here. So man, this is the spot. That's a little bit further behind me, but man, there are squirrels all over this place. But anyway, there's a lot happening tonight as far as texting the family, texting Matt, texting Nick. So I've been on my phone a lot, but I'm waiting for this buck to come in here. Hopefully, the stars will align. Man, that possum is right below my tree. The stars will align and we'll get a shot at this buck. Stay tuned.
Alright guys, well, I had to cut her just a bit early this evening. I had a feeling they weren't coming in anyway, just with, I think I may have bumped them this morning in there. So anyway, I had to call it just a little bit early. I got a net on the way out. There's a cut cornfield, that basically connects to the road that butts up against the conservation area, and there was probably 12 or 15 deer in that field. It was just they were too far back for me to count and get them on film. I tried to film them a little bit and wasn't able really to do it. But man, I've been hunting hard. I got some vacation time coming up. I know the other guys are starting to get out a little bit more. I know me and Matt are already plotting and scheming for gun season coming up. So stay tuned with us.
All right, well, I'm up in the second location for the day. This is where I started yesterday morning at. So anyway, we had some fresh trail cam pics here midday, a couple new bucks. So anyway, curious to see what happens. But if not, I'll probably hunt this one evening this week. Just don't know yet. We're just kind of going by the seat of our pants, what the weather and time will allow for us. So we'll get a few hours set in here this midday time frame and see what happens here. So stay tuned with us. Well, man, it is 11:35. I wasn't set down 10 minutes, and I look over there, here comes a deer. Really thick, really kind of off in the distance. I did find out it was a spike, and I just really couldn't get any real footage of it until, I was just seeing it in between little openings. By the time I got the camera there, it'd be moved through the opening, but it just moved through the area, and I don't know if one over there bedded down or what. But man, I hadn't been here 10, 15 minutes at the most. If that would have been a big buck, I wouldn't have been able to get a shot on it. I may have tried to grunt it a little bit closer or something, but man, that's a good sign for deer being still on their feet. Midday buck is what I'm looking for here, so anyway, we're gonna get settled back in here, see what happens. Hey guys, coming back at you here. It is still November 5th. I had a bit of unfortunate luck this morning on public property, run into another hunter. We did end up talking there at the vehicle for a little bit, and it's just, part of the game we play. So anyway, I moved locations. Man, I got another decent picture right here in this spot. I can't tell if it's the same one from the first, but there's a big buck coming through here for sure. And so I was on the other side of this creek, and I went ahead and moved my stand up past the camera. It seems like all the does and the tall spike I seen the other day came right across in front of where I am right now. So I really still hunting the same spot, but I only had like one window over there, and it was like a 35-yard shot. So anything that comes through here, I'm gonna have a pretty good chance at. However, it's gonna be close quarters. I like a little bit of the distance between me and the deer. So I'm just gonna get settled in here in a minute, and just be real calm, be real still, and hopefully be able to hear that telltale crunch, crunch, crunch before they get to me. Be able to squeeze the trigger on, baby. So let's see what happens. Stay tuned with us. Besides that, it's getting a little doe. So it is just a beautiful evening here. I'm hoping something else will come through here. I will say that every deer I've seen in this spot this season has been acting spooked. I know this area is hunted, and I've hunted it a lot, but every one of them has been they've slipped through the area and moved quickly. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to get my eyes on a shooter. I just want to see a buck. Stay tuned with us. stalked trees tonight, trying to get closer to where I've seen him. And he literally went closer to the tree I've been hunting. I don't know if he would have went past it, but he was closer to that tree than to this tree. But that sounded like a big deer running through the area. Holy cow. Well, there ain't nothing I can do. I got like a couple more minutes left, and I grunted him. It sounded like he changed directions, but he never came into me. So that's a little disappointing, but that's how it goes out in the deer woods.